Hello, it's Leslie here. Today I'm going to look at 4 different types of spoke tools, 3 spoke wrenches and a spoke holder. Rather than do 4 different short videos, I thought I'd do this one big long combination video. So my recommendation is, particularly if you're young and you don't know much about these things, is do not go to Kmart and buy their horrible spoke tool, because you'll ruin your nipples on your bike. And don't use an adjustable spanner on nipples either, because the jaws will not stay. They will not stay where they are. They'll open up, and you'll wreck your nipples. It's happened to me. So what I recommend is to go and buy a proper professional spoke tool. The trouble is, you see, these are not that cheap. This spoke tool SW-0, they're not that cheap, and you probably think, oh, I can get 8 tools in one if I buy the one from Kmart. Don't do it, because you'll wreck your wheel. So I do not recommend the round spoke tools that you see. Anyway, so this is the first one. There's not much to say about it. It's made of hardened steel. It's not actually that comfortable to use, but anyway, so you know, it just goes on like this. You can put it on like that, and then you turn the thing. That's about how much play there is. These are DT Swiss nipples, so it fits very well, and it won't round your nipples. So there's really not that much to say about it. It's going to last you a long time. Then the next, and they come in all different sizes. This is a 3.2mm one. I've usually only needed this one. There's no point in buying all the other ones if you don't have that wheel. You're just probably wasting your money. The other thing is, I found this one more recently. This is a 4-sided one. I think it's SW-40. So you can tell because it has the blue things there. And the difference is it wraps around the nipple more than the other one. One's kind of 3-sided, and you see the other is 4-sided. So the thing is, with that one, you can't put the nipple on this way. It won't fit. You have to put it on like this, and then push up, and that's how it goes on. And there's even less play in it. There's less play, but sometimes this is what happens. It gets stuck, and I think it's because of the angle of the spoke and this sort of thing. Anyway, so I'll try it on another nipple there. This one has gone on a lot easier. Sometimes it goes on easier. It depends on how you actually orient the spoke tool, like that. Anyway, so that's that one. I haven't made that many wheels, and I'm probably not even the best person to review spoke tools and wheel building equipment. But I tend to use, when I'm building a wheel, for example, I've only built a half a dozen or so, but when I start off, you can turn the nipple by your hand. And then I go to this one because, as you saw, it's easier to put it on. Whereas this one, you need to slide it on. And I use this one first. And then when I start getting more tension, if you like, in the wheel, and you have to start turning harder, I use this one. And last of all, there's this spoke tool here. I think this is a very good one. Park SW-9. That comes in this packet here. I don't have the packets of the other ones, but it just comes in this sort of cardboard bubble wrap. Not bubble wrap. What do you call that? With this plastic on it there. So what surprised me about this tool is actually very heavy. Maybe I can quickly weigh it now. It's actually a very well made tool. It's very dense. I weigh that tool at 62 grams. So I'm quite impressed with that. So I use this tool when to get more leverage as I'm doing up the wheel. And there's another reason as well. We'll go back to that. So the other tool that I have is this one, IceToolz. IceToolz. This comes in this just a cardboard sort of a packet there. Okay. This I use to hold this is a different wheel. This has some bladed spokes, right? So you put that there, and then that stops the spokes from turning, right? So the thing with it is, if you do that, then you don't have much room for this other tool here, see? So then you have to put that down here, and then put that in there, and then you're really only holding the spoke halfway down the wheel. So what I decided to do was get this one, so you can put the spoke holder up here, and then put this. You know, there's just more room to do it this way. So with this, I got this for two reasons. One, because there's more room when you're using this bladed spoke holder, and two, to get more tension on the final truing, like the final tensioning. The thing with this is, and first I'll say, yeah, I'd probably buy this one again. The other two, you know, I don't know if I'd buy them again. I'd probably try a different brand. The other two. This thing, this is supposed to work with bladed spokes down to 0.9 millimeters, I think. The thing is, these are 0.9 millimeter bladed spokes. Let's just try and get that to focus. These are 0.9 millimeter spokes, and there's play. So, you know, this sort of is a bit annoying because there's a bit of play. I would have preferred it to really be more snug. So I think you can probably put paper in there and make it a tighter fit. The other thing I found about this is you always have to, it's a bit of a pain because you always have to look at it to see which one it is, and then also, you know, I found there's less room here. Say in where these spokes are closer together. Really, say on this spoke here, I got to put it this way around so that it clears all the other spokes. If you put it this way, it starts getting in the way of this spoke and this spoke. There's just not as much room. There's not as much room to hold it as this side. You know, I'm being kind of fussy, but you're always having to look whether it's like that or like that, and then like this or like this. So, you know, it's kind of a nice shape and everything, looking at it, the design of it, it looks modern and everything, but I probably wouldn't get this particular spoke holder again. I'd probably try something else, just because it's you know, if say you got like 64 spokes or 56 spokes or whatever, every single time you almost have to look at it. And so anyway, so that's that. So the IceToolz one, I intentionally, I try not to always get Park tools all the time, just because I think some tools that aren't Park probably do a better job, and I like to sort of just get the best value for money and the best most well-made tool. But this thing, I've used other spoke holders before that have come with wheels. I think they come with a Mavic wheel, and and they're like a plastic ring, and it's probably actually easier to use these. Or I might even consider making my own one that's smaller, because you don't actually need that much force to stop the spoke from turning around. Anyway, so that's my review there of that. But as I said, if there's one thing I recommend, it's just to get a professional spoke tool. You know, even if it's not Park, get one from DT Swiss or whoever else. Don't buy the Kmart one. And don't try to do it yourself with an adjustable spanner or a shifting spanner. It won't work. This, however, this is say it's 3.2 millimeters. This, however, you probably can buy a spanner that's 3.2 millimeters. I thought of doing that, getting a spanner set that's 3.2 millimeters and others included. You don't probably save that much money. And also what I noticed is on this, it's actually quite a thick tool, which engages with the full length of the spoke nipple. So yeah, you can probably get away with using a normal spanner instead of this, although it's probably not going to have as thick a jaws as that, and it's not going to be as nicely well made, I think. So anyway, so that's my review. I decided to do a few reviews. I have a bit of a backlog of reviews to do. It's raining today, so there you go. No riding for me today. I was getting a bit despondent because it seems to be I upload a video and then I lose a subscriber. So I'm not that encouraged to keep uploading videos, because every time I upload one I lose somebody. And well, I don't know what the reason for that is. Maybe it's because I'm reviewing too cheap accessories, like a bell it might have been, or whatever, or I don't know. But anyway, I'll keep going with it. I still do see that the channel is growing, so that's good news. So anyway, I hope you've learned something today. Thank you for watching. Bye.